lawyer. Don't make me have to call your name out.
This is House Shoes, and you are watching On the Beat.
Yeah. House Shoes.
What up, world? This is Mighty Flipside, and you're now tuned into On the Beat. In this episode, we travel to Los Angeles and build with a true hip-hop legend, House Shoes. In his formative years, Shoes was the backbone for Detroit hip-hop, DJing for the legendary St. Andrews in Detroit, introducing many of the records of the soon-to-be legends in the Detroit area, and producing for those artists as well. Now making his home in Los Angeles, House Shoes sits down with us to talk about how he came up in the game, his future projects, the day that hip-hop would never be the same, and his love for Detroit hip-hop. Now On the Beat presents House Shoes. All right, Shoes, how would you describe yourself? Are you a DJ, producer, are you a soldier? How would you describe yourself?
House Shoes is a man of many hats. House Shoes is a DJ, House Shoes is a producer. Not to be cliche, but one of the last of a dying breed of strong advocates for real music and real art. I was introduced to the scene in the fall of '93. But I had been a fan and a supporter, buying tapes since 90, 89, 90. Joe Cool, Esham, Chaos Maestro, you know what I mean?
Do you consider, even though that my man was from Flint, MC Breed, was he part of the Detroit scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. Before he passed, he was working on
Rest
a lot of
in peace,
music.
yeah.
Definitely. Heart attack, crazy. But yeah, a legend, especially on this side of town over here. I always loved music. My entire life, my entire being, revolves around that. My parents was into music. Folks was divorced, I go to my dad's house on the weekend, go to the record store. That was the routine. Got into hip hop in the 5th grade. Went to college for a couple weeks in '93. This is 10 years, more or less, Buying records here and there. Got kicked out of school, spent the balance of my tuition on records. Got a job at St. Andrews, DJing. And I've been making beats since about the same time, like 93, 94. Just the homies I didn't know it was that easy. All loops though. So yeah, that's how we got it started.
Here's a question I always wanted to know. How'd you get the name House Shoes? How'd that come to be? Were you a house head? Were you a house music head?
No, never. I have a stack of house records like this much, you know what I'm saying? When I went to Eastern for like 3 weeks, my mom got me a G-ass pair of house shoes, like L.B. Evans. Black plaid, interior like a whip, you know what I'm saying? And they were comfortable as hell. I wore them everywhere. I wore them to class. I wore them to cafeteria. I wore them to work. I wore them hooping, like house shoes.
As far as doing research and listening to the records, everybody from King Gordy to Fat Cat to Black Milk to Danny Brown to Elzai, even Royce and Invincible, everybody who said anything about House Shoes has said that House Shoes is Detroit hip hop. Would you say that you are Detroit hip hop?
I can't say that I am. You know what I'm saying? I just finally put a record out 20 years in the game. And I'm just a DJ. Just play records.
A lot of people.
But I gave a about that motherfucker. That's the thing that separated me from anybody else in that bitch. I had a very, very rigid responsibility to make sure that we had spots to go to once I gained that type of power, you know what I'm saying? I took care of the scene, musically, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main reason I had to leave, is because I never put no effort into myself. Well, I left because, when Proof got killed, it was a wrap. Like, Dilla and Proof passed, 2 months apart. And it was like, I had done pretty much everything I could do. Glass ceiling, you know what I'm saying? I refused to play a record I don't like. Had multiple mixed shows offered to me over the years, but I'm not trying to be a part of the problem. I'm trying to be part of the solution.
Right.
So
What's a formula to a track that's going just like, oh my God? What are parts of the...
There is no formula. Be yourself, and if you can't be yourself, then don't make music.
When I listen to any of the interviews and you know, a lot of things that go down with Detroit hip hop, you know, you got like the Slum, J Dilla kind of thing, and then you got D12 and Eminem's kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Did they get along? Is like, were they cool or?
People always have that question, but you know, with M and Dilla, you know, and Slum and D12, they all came from the same root. It was mutual respect. You know, it's just y'all doing that, we doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Is there
a couple little situations behind the scenes, but that doesn't represent the entire relationship. You know what I'm saying? St. Andrews Hall. Every Friday night in Detroit with Ground Zero, that was our mecca for hip hop. The third Friday in May of 1996. Something was missing, and it never came back. And that seems real early on the calendar, you know what I'm saying? But that's, and I think up to that point, they either got tired of it, or the cats coming in, their focus was, I want to get this money.
You ain't fresh, yeah.
I want to talk to you about one of my favorite MCs in the last 10
Guilty
years.
Simpson?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to hear Guilt on some trap. I'm not gonna front.
Really?
Like them same raps. See, it's funny how I can flip. Like, let's get money. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a hip hop doesn't mean you gotta stay broke.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yo. Yeah, but I've been hearing them raps in that context. Like them same raps. Quality street music, like Drama said, you know, quality street music.
Right. Who are some of the people that you produce for that you can let us know? You run down your list of your resume.
Dilla, Chino XL, Jametta Rose, Chris, Black Male, Guilty Simpson, Mar One, Wild Child, MED. Yeah, you know.
Tell me what you up to now, man. Tell me what Shoes is up to now. How can I see you? How can I get in contact with you? Like, how can a brother be down with you, man? How can...
It's hard. It's real hard to be down with Shoes, man. Time is money, man. You know what I'm saying? Read my tweets, and I hate Facebook, and buy the records, and, you know, I appreciate it.
You're gonna let it go. Tell me, man. Tell me about Let It Go. How'd this come about, man? It's your first record. You put an EP out before it, right? Or
yeah, but that was part of that. Was just promo, you know.
Okay, so the Let It Go record. Tell me, man. You got the joint with Fat Father is my favorite joint on there, man.
It's a real personal record right there,
man.
brother.
Tell me about that record.
Let It Go came from like the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, I just went through all my music and I instrumentally sequenced the album first because the music is more important than anything.
Right.
Then I made the list of all the homies. And anybody I could, you know, and I kind of, you know, you gonna go on that, you go on that, you go on that, you go on that. The record was done 6 months later. Yeah, Let It Go. House Shoes, Let It Go, Tress Records. God damn it, iTunes, your record store. If they don't have it, buy it. Tell them to order it. If you get the vinyl, you get a download card with the instrumental vinyl. We just released instrumental vinyl and all. It's just good hip hop, man.
Tell us your Twitter, man.
House Shoes. House Shoes on Twitter. It's House Shoes on Facebook too, but I'm not gonna talk to you on Facebook though. MySpace.com/DJ House Shoes. What's coming next? House Shoes Big Tone album. House Shoes Jametta Rose album. House Shoes Crown Nation, aka Quelle Chris and Denmark Vesey album. We've got a secretive, kind of top secret project with 14KT. And one other thing that if I told you about it, I have to kill you. And I don't know you, so I don't feel like putting on that.
I'm willing to die, though.
Yeah, I bet you are.
All right, you can't give us a hint. You can't tell us.
I just gave you like 5 records.
Can you tell us when it's coming out?
It's coming out.
All right.
Yo, this is House Shoes. Stay true, stay tuned, and always stay on the beat. Peace.
We're leaving out my man Fat Albert Einstein, who's in the building right now as a soon-to-be dad.
Yes?
Give advice to all them hip-hop fathers out there.
Oh, man. The best advice I can give to you hip-hop fathers out there is don't be a hip-hop father. Have a good day.